Okay, Stuart, I'd like to thank you for what you sent me. It finally arrived here. Took like 2 months, but I got your Christmas card. I got you. You got me a pair of gloves here, puncture-resistant gloves. I appreciate that. Something for the wife. A little makeup type mirror thing, which is cool. She really likes that. And then also got some candies for the kids and for me. That's awesome. I'm not sure if I had these yet, but they should be pretty good. And I got a couple book pads here for just doing things, stickies and all that, and perfect for writing things down, scrap totals and all that. So I really thank you very much for sending this to me. I really appreciate it. It just shows you how the mail is so slow. It's just crazy. I got some mail from Hungary, and they sent it like 6 weeks, or took 6 weeks or more just to get to my house. But that's kind of how it is, right? Anyways, I appreciate it. Just want to say thank you very much. Thank you and your wife for sending this to me. All the best. Thanks very much. Okay, I just have my yard here. I wonder if this one's copper. It's a big mortar. We'll see. Yeah, copper. It's a good sized mortar. Should be good. Got this from that house. So what makes this here? Bonito. I think it's aluminum wheels. Oh, it's steel. Thought it was aluminum. You know what that means? Straight in the bin. Straight in the bin. It's heavy, 50 pounds, so it's good. Can't sell them too hard. Tried selling bikes, forget it. I tried even selling bikes to relatives for $20. Beautiful bikes, nope. Couldn't even give them away after to relatives, so never mind trying to sell. It's impossible. I don't know, maybe in the States you can do it, but not here. Very rarely. I've sold a few before, but it's got to be super mint, if you know what I mean. Come on, you're stupid. Pop rivet. trying to keep noise down. I'm curious if this might still be good. Oh, it's probably burnt out. Might still be good. Not to sell, but I was thinking something for my propane tanks. So I could burn them out. And I could heat stuff up, depopulates things with propane, you know. So I was thinking maybe, but just thinking for now. This door keeps coming open. I actually have another house that I can get scrap from. So there is a little bit of copper. That's where I got bikes from. I can have whatever I want there too, so that's a possibility. I might go there sometime this week coming up. Just got a bunch of inspections popping up, so they're priority. I worked today, did inspection, so I may probably, I charged $6.50 for the inspection, and it took $150 in samples. 4, 5, so I made $500. That's pretty good. Usually I make less because I usually have my partner working with me, because I do his jobs and he does my jobs, and but no, good payday today, $500. Not tax-free, but you know what I'm saying. It's better than working for someone. That's why inspections are priority. So I got 2 pails of wire actually. So just gonna sort out what I'm gonna deal with here. I just don't want this crappy wire. This has to be sorted out. This stuff was like telephone wire. So I did give it a bit of copper. See that? Okay. Should get some crappy wire. This one's probably around 70 cents, 75 cents. I'm in Cat 4 or Cat 5, whatever they call it. Some of that wire is a little bit better, but I actually mix it with the low grade, the stuff. I just buy it, didn't say nothing. And I think I'm going to sell these the way that this, I don't want the stuff. That one I'm going to sell the way it is. The problem is it's real gritty, and the end result is going to chew up my blades. If I wear my blades out, it won't be worth it. What am I doing? Real gritty. You guys ever stripped any wire? You know, stuff is too gritty. It's like black dirt comes off it, and it's real sandy. If I had more time in the house, I could have sorted all this at the house at the time, but it was limited, right? I had 1 hour. 1 hour to get all the stuff. 1 hour and 10 minutes. This is a nice 12 gauge. There's money there. So usually this stuff was last, getting this on my list, but since I was limited on getting materials, I had to grab what was there. fast as possible kind of thing, if you know what I mean. I hate being rushed. Even when I do anything, demolition, but I want to take my time on what I have to do. I hate it when I get rushed. You miss stuff and you lose money, if you know what I mean. There's a lot of low grade stuff here. I'm gonna have to strip this because the bright and shiny is so expensive now. It's like $4.17 I was told. Bright and shiny. It's really good prices. Why would I want to, you know? But I'm not sure what they're paying on for this stuff. Insulated. It was $2.32 before, then they lowered the price. I think $2.32. I think it was. It wasn't that bad, but like that's strippable, but it's just so thin. Not worth it. Borderline. I'll definitely sell this stuff for sure. It's coated stuff. Cloth coated, whatever the crap it is. But this one I'll strip. But not this one. This one looks like it's heavy duty, but it's really not. I mean, it's actually not bad, but I don't want to waste my time. Because after I strip it, I can see a bunch of grit, like a granulated grit, like black tar, like hard tar pieces. And what it does, it grinds into my machine, grinds the blades down. If I do too much of it, it clogs up everything. It goes into, you know, every crevice, you know, goes like airborne into the crevices of the machine. And it's sandy, so what happens is it will just clog it up and maybe harden the bearings down the road, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you granulate it, if it makes a difference. But I'm sure they don't like it when they see that wire. But, you know, they still buy it. Still #1 insulated. But anyways, let me just finish this up here. Okay. Okay, so it's somewhat sorted out here already. These things have to come off here. The metal clips. That's what kind of made it so hard to get some of that wire out where the cabinets were. It's just a pain trying to cut it. This wire out. Okay, so we can tie here. At least I got some stripped already here. What I mean. Here's the old alarm system, probably the old one, the original one to the house. Garbage. Yeah, that's the battery they had for backup, which is wrong because it should be a chargeable one. It's not a chargeable battery. Should have just left it there, but anyways, to deal with it. See the wires here. I don't know how to figure this out with all these wires, you know what I mean? Nothing on there that I want. Okay. Let's get rid of this here. Little circuit board here. Some IC chips here, look at that. Old school alarm. Pop right out. Something going in the garbage. Always have to be on top of the garbage, otherwise never get rid of the garbage. Someone said, what do I do with my garbage? I dump it all. I recycle what I can, what's allowable, and what's garbage is garbage. Nice little circuit board, actually. Okay, so we got, this is strippable. This I'm taking to my house. I saw a dishwasher coming here and a bicycle, which I'll probably have to grab after. It's still there. My brother sold $80 for me, so $80 coming. I don't know what he sold, but he would tell me when I get there. See, some of this is bright shiny already. So I'm going to take some of my tools out of here. I don't need them here. This I'm going to sell, and this I'm going to sell as is. Just kept it in this category for now. This for sure goes the way it is. All this goes the way it is. There's a little bit of wire here. So, never ending, huh? Never ending. Okay, let me get these ballasts cut too. Okay, let me just go organize. I'm going to cut those ballasts next. Get these tools put away, and I'll see you in the garage after. Okay. And we're going to weigh this bucket here. The bucket's probably 4 pounds, 5 pounds, say. I say 50, he's 50 pounds. I think 60 probably. Okay, so 50, say 50 pounds. 54.2, so I'm saying pretty close to 50 pounds. So, you know, this, I don't know if they say 232, so maybe like 115, something like this. Maybe $115, who knows, of wire in this pail. That's the first day. Like, it's super heavy, but like I say, it's not a crazy amount. Okay, I just want to show you that, the weight on that. Okay, so I'm still working here. Let me get organized. So that's building up pretty good. This one's pretty full. It's not been crunched down or nothing, but it's pretty full. These plugs are sometimes handy to have. This one looks burnt. One side's burnt. Cut it off. That's a good thing about when you get appliances or little small appliances. You get lots of copper wire and cords, you know, if you know what I mean. That's up, people don't realize. You start cutting these cords off, and then there's so much of it. It's low grade stuff, it's everywhere. And with copper being high, prices got high too. Now some guys are getting over $1 US. I don't know what I'm gonna get. I was getting 90 cents last time. 80 or 90. cutter sucks. Even that wire alone is quite a bit, you know, from the balances. Just want to take all the little rivets, or what are they called? Take those off. Balances. I should have a couple more balances still sitting, 2 more at least, right? Okay, so okay, a few more minutes and I'm gonna be in the garage again. Okay. Okay, I got a pipe here. There's a little bit of solder here has to come off. But anyways, see the paint? You have to get rid of the paint, so you could just go like this. See that? You can just use some steel wool. Takes the paint off, see that? So now, you know, it's gonna be number 1 once I cut this lead off. There's a little bit of lead here too. So I'll have to cut that off. It'll help, you know, they're pretty picky, so I'm gonna sort out stuff here, but that's a little trick there you can do. You got paint on there, right? You know, some of it's drywall dust, but some of it's paint. But in any event, I'm gonna get set up here. I'm trying to find my cutter, my main cutter for cutting pipe. It's buried somewhere in this trash here, so I have another one here, another cable cutter here, but I like the other one. It was pretty nice. See that? This one's a really expensive pair, probably like 200 bucks. But saves on cutting stuff, right? You know, a little bit of a tight area, but I need to hyperextend it, right? See that? It just cuts it like nothing. A lot of stuff's just gonna be number 2. It's just not worth messing around with. This one's not so bad, but you have to draw a line, right? Time is money, right? So if I have to, you know, dick around for little pieces, I have to tighten this actually. It's a little sloppy, this one, but it needs a little tightening here. Okay, there it is. So I have a lot of brass. I'll do my brass. See, it's still number 1. You know, a little bit of paint there. Straight that. They don't care about a little corrosion. They just care about paint and solder. So I'm gonna get another bucket for number 1. I'm gonna go through some of this here, at least get it processed. Find my number 1 and some bright and shiny. I'll separate that. And brass will go in this bucket for now. Get the hang of it, right? If you know what I mean. So it's pretty quick. Okay, we need another bucket and a couple of things here, and then once I get organized, you'll see more as I go. But this will be number 2. And like I say, number 2 is going to be like a pipe, anything. This has, you gotta remember, anything oil filled, it's going to be number 2. I don't care if it has solder or not, but that's how they treat it. That's why they pay you so much. You know, guys go there and say they cut a few pieces off, and they say it's number one. Well, in my yard, no, it can't be anything oil filled, anything for refrigeration or oil, anything oil related. Can't be, you know what I mean. Like this, we'll see how this cuts. That's pretty honking stuff. Oh. See, problems, I don't have a proper attached vise. I can do, but I'm not gonna, you know, this vise is the issue. If the handle's lower, where it's just gonna fall over, but you know, but anyways, I may just cut it. But this is really thick wall, so it's a little bit hard, to be honest. But even it's not even worth cutting, to be honest. Even like this here, what you can get a couple little pieces here as number one. Like, is it really worth it? Right, see? It's only like maybe 25 cents difference or something. It's not like it's big dollars. See, like this is like number two. This is number one. Number two. See, it's like a number one, bright and shiny. But like this is a little too much brass. You want to have a little less brass and copper mix. So, see that? That's what they accept. They're paying for clean brass, you know what I mean? Some of this stuff is it's gonna be like number one. Not bright and shiny, but number one. So let me just get organized here, get another pail here and get started. Stay tuned. Okay, so I found out what we sold recently. We sold, I found a wheelchair one night, in perfect condition, brand new, sold for $60. And you have a hard time buying wheelchairs because no one wants to let you sell it. I don't know why. They pulled it off Facebook, they pulled it off Craigslist, but well, my brother made a contact, the guy who takes it to Jamaica, and they're hurting for medical supplies and canes and all that. So we have a good contact now for anything for older people, mobility problems, right? The guy, the container is full and take it to Jamaica. So that's awesome. Got a good contact. That was $60. 3 windows for $90, $30 a window. I had a bunch of anchor bolts for foundation. Sold that for $15, but the guy ended up getting $20 because they were $2 each. So the guy got a super deal if you're building a house. And I think that was pretty well lit. Windows and that. Anyways, it came out to, you know, I got $80 anyway. So I think it was $160 total. So I got $80. I got half. That's the deal I make. 50% goes to the other guy, and he does all the running around and dealing with people and the hassle. To me, I don't want to, like, I don't have time to deal with my own stuff. Never mind dealing with people and, you know, but it works out for me because I'm getting money for stuff that I normally would just throw in the trash, if you know what I mean. But I just noticed I got wire here too, right? Those ones I don't mind just holding on to because it's clean, like brand new. If I ever have to use that for a job and I need an inspector, you know, this looks like new. But if it's yellow and really ugly looking, like it's kind of like old, I'd rather just scrap it because inspectors might not pass it if it's just colored, the wiring, it's too old. It's still copper, it's still good, but you know things go. People have their own thing about it. Okay, so we're gonna go number one there. I'm gonna try to pull my bright and shiny separate, which I almost need another bucket. I don't have that much bright and shiny here, but like I say, if I have a pound here, it's you know, I have a pound, right? Whatever I have, it's a little extra value. Brass here. So that was pretty good. I was happy about that. This is kind of a neat one here. It actually unscrews. Well, yeah, you unscrew here, and then you can bang them off on both sides. So that's good. unexpected money, you know, that's how I like it. I should have been doing that a long time ago. Just I don't, you know, sometimes people just don't want to do nothing, and it comes down to it. Sometimes you go, okay, I'll do it then, right? So number one. Something was tinned or something. Actually, you know what? This is number 2. This could be number 1. You can get away with number 1 in that, but these things, these are number 2. There's another one here. These are more number 2. It's been a while, you know what I mean? Copper doesn't come every day. Get rid of number 1. Number 2. These are out of fuse contacts, out of stoves. If you fuses lined up, like 8 fuses, that's the bar that holds where the fuses join. I'm not going to worry too much about bright and shiny. I don't have enough here anyways, so it's not no big deal. These ones have to be unscrewed. This stuff's clean pretty well. Like this. This is brass. That's copper here, but I don't know what these. I don't know what these rivets are like. I'm not sure about that. Can find something. Don't know. I've never seen the rivets like that before, but I don't think they would mix aluminum with like that, mixed together like that. Number 2. This is brass, so this was kind of clean. See, number 1 and bright and shiny, I mean, it's not that much difference. Maybe like 15, 20 cents. So I don't worry too much. The only bars. And they're heavy after all. They kind of really weigh good. You know, for years I never saved those. Didn't really know. And people might start making started making comments and saying, hey, you know, those are brass, and I thought they're aluminum because some I looked at, they seemed kind of soft, and I didn't think they were copper, to be honest. And then definitely copper. So good thing is people out there know, and they always give you tips, you know, pointers and stuff, so which is nice. Like, I don't know everything, right? I'm just you know, I never used to clean nothing. Years ago, I never cleaned nothing. I only cleaned what I'm doing here, a little bit of copper pipe and a little bit of aluminum. Never did transformers ever. Mortars. Didn't have to. They paid good money at the time. It all seemed like good money. You didn't have to do anything. Now, prices are getting better, but, you know, it's due to, you know, the demand is so high, right? Yeah, it just comes off like nothing. A little bit of paint on there. See, I use this thing here. This thing here says scrub or clean. It's like a SOS pad, but it's like a Brillo pad or something like that. Which seems to work pretty good. But like I say, you know, it's your own judgment, right? Sometimes it's just sell it the way it is, or, you know, clean it if you want to. The guy soldered. He soldered the connection right here. So, lowered the price on my scrap, if you know what I mean. See that? Cuts nice. Number one. Some of it could also be like drywall dust, but I think it's paint because it's coming off. It's like coming off like nothing. Well, it takes me a couple seconds, you know, and I enhance the value a little bit. It's worth it, right? It's all about the top dollar if you can, right? You know, it's not common stuff. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and get it all the time, but you know, I used to do houses before demolitions. I used to have 20-30 houses a month, right? Imagine what the amount of material I was getting, right? But I don't do much drywall no more. Can't get people. People are too goofy. They just work a few days, get a check, and then you don't see them no more. They bug you to work again a week later. So what's the point, right? It's hard to get good people. It doesn't matter how much you pay. $25 an hour, it doesn't matter. Demos, you know, it's a hard job. Do with my pad. Weird, like it disappeared. That's a joke. Okay, anybody, anyways, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to get people. People just, you know, you pay them and then they're gone. They don't want to work very much. And if they don't want to make more than you gotta take the liability and the headache, and sometimes people don't pay you. Do a job and don't pay you. Oh, look at this, it's hanging on me. That stupid thing. You probably saw it on camera and probably laughing at me, right? Okay. Just a little bit of paint there. I never would do this. It's just something I'm doing just to show you that, you know, some paint just comes off very easy. Okay. A nice pot here too. This one I gotta make sure it's copper. Looks like brass. I don't think that's brass. Yeah, it's brass. It's yellow inside. Looks like yellow. Looks like copper. It's copper coated. They put coating over it. So I would look like a fool, right? Trying to get extra, all this money for it, and it's not even copper. It's brass. You know what I mean? Well, I see guys trying to put vinegar and stuff. Number one here, it doesn't matter. As long as it has no solder. No paint, no solder. I don't care what color, it doesn't matter. They don't care about color. Right? Okay, let me take a break for a second, because if I talk too much, my camera battery gets less and less, you know, it goes out pretty quick. So I take breaks, you know, and then do a little more, and then that's why the videos kind of progress a little bit. If I do everything continuously, the less battery life. Okay. See, some of these things are magnetic. I'll show you one that I can clean. Okay. See here? You know, it's just a little piece here. Go like this. Roughly where it is. There it is. Here's your filter. So you don't have to really worry about, you don't have to cut it or any major tools, you know what I'm saying? This one, you can grind it open or whatever. Who cares? There's a little piece here. This is stuff I got off a couple, 2 or 3 fridges that had, they were cut. They didn't take any. Some they took the copper. It's really weird. And some didn't have anything taken. But the line looks like, I don't know, maybe they were drained by a company, or because people are getting pretty, you know, pretty weird nowadays. Maybe when you do a pickup and they say, hey, no, it has to be drained, they call somebody, because I don't know. It costs money for sure to do that, but it's just weird why some only had a little burst, like maybe the line was recycled or something. A few pieces here I got taken around and cut off, but it's painted. Figure if I clean this copper, at least price is good. Get rid of it. Just a little spot here. But normally I don't bother, but I know if I don't do anything about it, I'm going to get comments saying, hey, you know, you're mixing clean with dirty, blah, blah, blah. You know, I get the negative feedback. That was pretty old, nothing there. So, progress. Yeah, I tried cutting here. It was so loud, and I can't picture how loud it's outside. So I don't want to, you know, make a noise complaint here. You know, there's no insulation here. Look, it's open walls. So I'll just cut Monday the remainder. If you know what I mean. You see a lot of joints here. Yeah, this is just crap here. So little goodies. It works actually really, really good. This is thick walled or what? Yeah, it's just too much. It's really thick stuff. See, I need to get a. It's got an Allen key here or something, but it's frozen. You know, you post the Allen key after, right? And then it stays locked, but it's not locking. I tried unfreezing it, but it didn't work out for me. Number 2. It looks like an impressive big load, but when you cut it all up, not very much. More concerned about the weight stuff since I hear. Okay, so you know what I'm doing here, but I'll have to cut the long ones tomorrow. It's way too noisy, and I think it's gonna, you know, be a problem because I don't really like to work here Sunday at all. But I need to get some processing done. Stuff sold. The price could change. Right now it's really high, but if the price goes down, that's well, right? It won't go down much, but it could go down like 10-15 cents, right? But you know, when the market crashes, I remember taking copper in last year in March, and the guy told me, you better get in right now. I got like 2.92 or something, and an hour later it was like 2.40. Dropped like crazy. He said he's going to go lower, and it went down to like $1.80 a pound. That's why I kind of rushed ahead about $1,500 for copper. I rushed because I didn't know how this lockdown, you know, was something new. No one knew about the lockdowns and all that, so I didn't know what to expect. They were shutting stuff down, and I was wondering, are the banks going to be a problem? They were shutting banks down, and stupid stuff was going on. So now it's not as bad, but they're still talking stupid. You know, they want to shut things down and kill the economy, but you know, they'll shut things down but leave Walmart open, right? So you know, figure that out, right? It's the big guys with the money. Anybody with lots of money can stay open. I don't understand why the churches are shut down. You go to a nightclub, you can go to, you know, why can't you just go to church? If it takes 100 people to church, put 50 people in church, or 30 or 40, and have 2 or 3 services, right? Because people still want to do their church thing, right? I just don't understand things. The casinos are shut down here. No casinos. So you got gamblers pissed off, and casinos generate money, revenue for all the sports leagues, and all sorts of people made tons of money off the casinos, you know, for just revenue. So somebody's controlling a lot here. But anyways, like, I don't go to church much, but I want to have that option if I want to go, right? I wouldn't mind go Christmas time, right? You know, I go Christmas time once a year or something, but my daughter was going. She enjoyed it. It was kind of cool. There was, you know, music and stuff, and but no. They must be hurting for cash. All those charity places. The governments don't care. They said they're in, I think in Canada, there's going to be 30,000 businesses shut down already. Like, that's crazy. Go downtown. Half the stores are boarded up still, even today. So, what happened to landlords? They go bankrupt. You're paying $20,000 tax a year, and your store is not being rented. What do you do? How do you pay your bills? You know what I'm saying? That's the stupid part. See, it goes pretty quick. You got the methods. Might not be the right methods, but seem to work for me. Piece of brass here. A bit of dirt. Okay, I keep going. You see, look at the pile's almost gone of the small stuff anyways, which is nice. I need to get in here anyways, do work. I can't get to my barrels. I'm going to sort barrels out, figure what I'm going to sell. Because I'm going to sell some transformers, the harder ones. But I don't want to sell the easy ones. That's like throwing money away. They pay usually 1/3 they're paying right now. That's what I calculated. They have it where they make 1/3 all the time. Or they make 2/3. They pay you 1/3, they make 2/3. Because I told the Scrapyard how much I made on my mortar. It was $8. I would have got $8 from them. I'll cut it here anyways. And actually, I got $26. He said, yeah. It's like no big deal. But you understand, Scrapyard's got big overhead, right? They employ a lot of people, a lot of bills. Not disputing them to make money. They got to make money, but if I, you know, I just, for me, it gives me something to do, right? Gives me some extra money. It's like, you know, you're working with your scrap. You know, I mean, if I was into make, if this all my money, like I make money elsewhere, like working and stuff. But if I depended on every penny and had no other job, then I could be processing stuff like anybody else. But no, I have a full-time job, if you know what I mean. So it's a sideline for me. I still have to pay taxes like everybody else on the scrap metal, but it's just, you know, it's kind of what it is, right? When work is slow, then I do my scrap. If I'm busy, I just do my salvaging. See, I got this out of one demo. Nice. Have to be cut. That's all. And the good thing is scrap, you can always sell it. You sell cars. Cars are hard to sell. But scrap always sells. It's just right now I just noticed, because I haven't followed the market before, but the market's up and down all the time. It's constantly changing. I didn't realize that before, because I just, whatever sold it, whatever the price was, it didn't matter. I was getting so much of it that I sold it at market value. I don't know, is that pure copper, guys? I don't know, it looks like pure copper to me. Like, even this looks like pure copper, but like number 2. Okay, keep moving. I just want to show you the difference here when you get thin wall copper. See the difference here? Same diameter. Look at that. That's the difference. When you got old copper, it's thick walled. I couldn't break it. Oh, solder on this one. See that? See? Cuts like butter. So that's a good point, you know. I can't cut it, but it's thick walled, which is the bonus. I'm not sure how picky they are with tape. Almost like it's like rubber. You feel like tape. I think if I got whatever off. Keep cutting it. It's like some sort of like a sleeve they put here. Rubberized. Maybe like a shrink wrap or something. Maybe it was leaking or something. It's almost like shrink wrap. Thought it'd be real sticky. It's not sticky. Okay, we're gonna unscrew this here and then keep moving. Some paint's a little bit harder. Some is pretty easy, but some of the stuff I had was overspray mostly. This came off. So it's looking good. See, it's overspray mostly. Okay, makes a difference. There wasn't a lot of connections. Like some houses, I've seen some houses that connections everywhere, shut-offs everywhere. This one wasn't that bad. Overspray. I mean, this could be a problem here because there's writing on here. Who knows? See how it's got Made in USA? I mean, is that a problem? Don't know. It's got some cement on there or something. This is ugly looking pipe, but still number one. I don't know if they give bright and shiny for plumbing pipes. I think it's just wire only, but I'm not sure. Some of the white stuff is actually drywall dust. Because when the pipes get wet, it picks up a little bit of dirt. There's some sort of light dusting here. to make it smaller, but I'm going to trash it all. Number 2. Okay, I'm going to keep going. So it's winding down. Like, this is fairly heavy. Well, one side is heavier than the other side, but yeah, it's heavier wall, but that's okay. Pass on it. Not that much of a difference, but if it's easy, you know, we'll do it. Okay, well, I'm going to finish this up here, get into some of this, and I'm going to try to weigh a few things and see what I have for weight, number 1 and so on. It's bright and shiny. Okay, so let's see, get some little totals here. Here's some what this weighs here. 8.2 pounds. Okay, this is number 2 here. So say 42 pounds. It's almost 47 right now. Say 42 pounds. So number 1 should be heavy. Oh, that's heavy. 59. So I'll say 54. So what, 4 times 5 is 200 bucks here. And here. So between, and I got lots of other pipe here, you know, all this pipe here. A couple pieces here. Here and there. Whew. So it's all, but I put some of my own copper in here. So I just dripped some other stuff here. Got stuff in taps and stuff, right? I want to see what this lead weighs here. It's got copper mixed in, but just over 12 pounds. I'd say it's probably at least 70 cents, I would think, at least. It's dirty lead, but it's with copper, so maybe it's better, I don't know, but so say 60 cents, 7.20, right? So there's a lot of brass. Put this here. That's clean. Threw this in there. Found some bottles earlier, so okay. So I found a furnace, 2 little bar fridges. I got a bike. We found these bottles. So I'm gonna put this here. And my brother gave me this light. So that's it, yeah. I found a little fan motor. But I got a little bit of some stuff here. So you can see what kind of motors inside. Whole garden. Sounds good. A good load all around my area. My brother gave me the furnace actually, so that was good. Okay, so I got the wire ready to put in my garage. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed my entertainment today. Tomorrow we'll do a scrap run, and then we're gonna do a house inspection. Got one somewhere tomorrow, I'm not sure where. Probably in Vancouver, I think, or something, but if I can video, I'll video. If not, we'll see how the adventure goes tomorrow. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Thumbs up if you like. As always, have a great day.